You see that tonight? That was an absolute abomination, if that is even a word, because that is a monster. The #1 heavyweight in the world. He gets in the ring with Usyk like that. He gets in with a Fury like that. Everyone knows. He knocks out Tyson Fury.
In today's boxing world, nobody shines brighter as a knockout machine than Anthony Joshua. Have you ever seen the body of an Olympic god? Freakish size, crisp technique, elite skill, and devastating punching power all in one man. The British superstar has delivered some of the most insane knockouts and most electrifying fights of his era. He's one of the best of his generation, and that's a fact. Now set to fight Jake Paul. Today we're going to relive the most spectacular moments of AJ's career.
Life is how you interpret it. So for instance, Mike Tyson, Muhammad Ali, Jack Johnson, they're like the flag bearers for the interpretation of boxing. But how I interpret boxing is more discipline, dedication. That's what I get from the game right now.
Environment, and their brain is receptive of what they're...
He just always wants to go that extra yard.
Back in 2009, during his amateur days, Anthony Joshua felt the bitterness of defeat for the first time. He was knocked down and then beaten in a crucial fight by none other than Dillian Whyte. Of course, these two giants were destined to meet again in the professional ranks. It was only a matter of time. By the time they met as pros,
one thing you gotta realize with me is, I find a way. Whatever happens, whatever condition I'm in, whatever injuries I have, I find a way. The dude's like Ivan Drago. You see what Rocky done to Ivan Drago?
Joshua was in far better shape than Whyte, but Dillian blindly believed he was the more skilled fighter. Both men were undefeated, and Whyte loudly promised fans he wouldn't just beat AJ, he'd stop him.
So could be 1, 2, 3, could be any.
You've told us 6 to 8.
Yeah, that's the rounds I'm looking for, but it could be before.
Believe it or not, many experts favored Dillian Whyte. They saw him as the more technical, more powerful fighter. The tension between them was insane. The rivalry went way beyond pure sport and turned into a personal war. Blood was spilled early. At the end of round 1, Joshua landed a punch after the bell, and Whyte snapped. He shoved the referee aside and went after AJ like a madman. Whyte completely lost control and tried to turn the match into a street fight.
That's a frantic on the bell.
Oh, and look at Whyte. Whyte's gone crazy. Banks is in there straight away. Well, Joshua certainly landed after the bell. Everybody's in there. Peter Sims.
But from round 4 onward, Joshua started proving every expert dead wrong. He dictated the pace, controlled the ring, threw sharper shots, jabbed beautifully, and ripped crisp combinations. In those moments, the seasoned Whyte looked like a confused amateur. By round 7, Whyte was exhausted, depleted, and no longer dangerous. And AJ knew it. Joshua forced exchanges, hunted him down, and the knockout became inevitable. One perfectly timed right hand buckled Whyte's legs.
Joshua is working. There's a far from comfortable.
And we're only halfway through.
Obviously their own, but he
got him. Finally got him. Whyte looking to try and hold, lands a right hand of his own. Terrific response now.
And as long as Whyte returns fire once in a while.
There's a grin from Whyte, but the legs are betraying him, and down he goes.
Joshua jumped in, pinned him against the ropes, and finished the job with a vicious uppercut.
It's over. Dramatic and unbelievable at the finish. Joshua asked a lot of questions tonight.
Yeah, I made a mistake. I got hit with an uppercut, and that was it,
Couple. No, so it's not about, I can take a shot. It's just if I take stupid shots, I get knocked out, and that's why I had to regroup and get myself together. It's about skill. It's not about how good that is. It's just about skill, man.
We all remember that night the fat guy who didn't even look like an athlete shocked the entire boxing world and knocked out the face of the heavyweight division.
You're the first ever Mexican heavyweight champion of the world.
Man, thanks to God.
That's crazy.
Oh, look at this chubby kid, man. He's gonna get tired really fast. He's gonna get knocked out. But
people that go to the beach and don't want to take their shirt off, they're like, fuck, man. Andy Ruiz is kind of built like me. Shit. And he's the champ of the world.
Movies now. Incredible.
But what followed was even crazier. After the upset, Andy Ruiz completely fell apart mentally. He stopped training, got hit with full-blown superstar syndrome, and lived like a king. Interviews, parties, events. He believed his win over Joshua wasn't an upset, but proof he was destined to dominate.
Yeah, I think they did say November, December, but right now my team, they're negotiating everything right now, you know, and I just got to stay busy, stay healthy, and be ready for the rematch.
Meanwhile, Joshua's camp was a battlefield. Blood, sweat, and pure obsession. AJ recognized every mistake he wanted to prove to the world that his loss was a freak accident.
Not letting the other one know. Don't let them know anything. When you're hurt, you look at me, you're very attacked. When you get knocked down, you say, you motherfucker, you get and say, I'm fucking kill you. You got to do something. Something has to be done. You just don't get knocked down and get back up.
Yeah, they're not coming out to see chess. They're coming out to see like a war. Even in my loss, they saw a war. Do you know what I mean? So I learned every fight that I've given people has been a historical moment, a defining moment from the time, even with Dillian.
And he delivered. Joshua slimmed down, got faster, lighter on his feet, and much more mobile. Ruiz, on the other hand, came in 50 pounds heavier and looked anything but sharp. For the first time in his career, Joshua showcased a pure, disciplined, counter-punching style. Footwork, angles, reach control, timing, and boxing IQ. He kept the fight at the perfect range, firing jabs all fight long. Out of the 120 punches Ruiz absorbed, 71 with jabs. AJ corrected every mistake and refused to brawl. He mentally dismantled Ruiz in front of millions, revealing a new version of himself, a fast, smart, technical heavyweight. He became a two-time heavyweight champion and reclaimed his throne. After losing twice to Alexander Usyk, AJ considered retirement and openly spoke about depression.
But this one hurt because I was 100%, no problems, everything was cool. Went in there and I just lost to the better man that night and it hurt, but it gave me motivation to pull myself out of that position where mentally it killed me, and I fought my way back and I redeemed myself.
At this point in Joshua's career, he desperately needed a big statement performance. He needed a name. He needed a dangerous opponent with real potential. Enter Otto Wallin, who he stopped by gruesome torture. Wallin had never been stopped until he came across raw power.
Push Wallin back, he's not. More hit Wallin to left, go. Almost a safe zone, if you like.
That's right, and it was successful. 749. Yeah, Wallin. Tricky as well.
Across the front foot of Wallin. His foot on the outside, the right hand.
Problem, like we saw in the last fight with him, the nose of Otto Wallin right off the bat.
There, but when he does fully commit, he doesn't throw the right hand.
Round two. Overextending himself either. He's not really loading up on that from AJ. I'm seeing some sharpness, some good stuff from Joshua right now. It's that jab that set it up. There it is again. That's not gonna miss. It's because of the jab. The jab is going on.
AJ throws it more at the chest than...
It's a good snap. And his feet, he came out real aggressive on that front foot. And throwing that right hand, throwing that jab. I love that right hand by Joshua.
On that front foot, feints, try and push. Who throws an awful lot. You just see in there the step on the outside of the right foot.
The feet came off the canvas with that right hand.
Wallin keeps pawing at his nose.
Coming in, I thought we'd see more of what we saw. Right hand, right to the chest.
I think Otto's got to stop being a stationary target.
That foot closer and closer, and you know that we saw against Muagasia where he was
creeping forward on the front foot, trying to put a dent.
AJ loaded up right there in that car, familiar with Wallin having
that right hand again.
Straight left from Wallin.
There it is again.
These types of interactions. Instead, so far.
The foot position is important. It's actually check hooking.
This is good boxing, really good stuff. See, he's waiting for the lead. He wants to counter. The right thing with the lead hand, with the feet. On the flip side, he needs to get that front foot across.
It's pretty fragile.
There it is again. Joshua looks the chin. It's nice. Joshua looks sharp, man.
He does. He's falling a little short, but that's that right hand to the body.
That's what I want to see from Wallin.
He's getting bullied at the moment.
There's a right hand.
Impressive, targeting the
side
body.
And out.
There you go. And that's what you see by Joshua.
But it's a lovely shot. You just need to go back upstairs. Good work.
It's a cut, Sergio.
Put in the shots.
Wallin's got to get AJ's respect.
Yeah. And it's because he's been throwing it to the stomach.
This is the only real time that we've seen in the build-up to almost the way.
Right hand.
I think the only difference is a right hand for the big Swede here.
And from straight to around the guard.
Throwing the shots with real meaning.
Yes, I'm seeing flashes.
The AJ of old is that the AJ of old was a combination puncher.
Pop shotting with power. But beautiful shot. Between the shot of Wallin.
Needs to bring it up.
He will throw 5-6 punches.
He's going upstairs, downstairs, and I don't love.
Can he beat Ruiz?
Letting his hands go.
Right hand from AJ there.
Not only that, but his foot position, he's not falling off balance.
He certainly hasn't been the offensive juggernaut.
Otto Wallin is choosing to fight this fight.
That sounds familiar. There's that right hook.
There's no power in the shots at all.
Took rock Wallin out around the temple.
And it is over indeed. Anthony Joshua gets his 24th knockout, and boy, did he make it look easy.
Yeah, I had a suspicion they were going to stop.
The boxing world waited for this one. The final test to see if Francis Ngannou truly belonged in elite heavyweight boxing. After a controversial but impressive performance against Tyson Fury, knocking Fury down, going the distance and even winning the final rounds, Ngannou's stock skyrocketed. Fans wanted more and he got another massive name.
I'm betting on me, and I would take everything that I have in my stomach to come after AJ and do everything that's possible to take him down. And if needed to.
But Ngannou became overconfident. He disrespected boxing by skipping prospects, skipping contenders, and going straight for champions. He walked into the AJ fight convinced he was untouchable and could compete with the best in the sport. Joshua entered the ring with 2 goals: humble Ngannou and defend the honor of boxing. And he did exactly that. AJ dropped Francis in the first round with a clean right hand. Joshua stayed patient, sharp, and precise. Round 2. The end came fast. A second knockdown left Ngannou dazed. He got up barely aware of what was happening and walked straight into a murderous right hand. Ngannou collapsed unconscious. Medical staff rushed in. A cold, terrifying knockout. Joshua dominated with ease. Ngannou looked less like a boxer and more like a bodybuilder who had taken a couple of boxing classes. Slow, stiff, hesitant. AJ exposed the difference between mixed martial arts and elite professional boxing. At present, Jake Paul is prepared to fight Anthony Joshua now.
I want to fight Anthony Joshua, exclusive, because I know that I will beat Anthony Joshua.
Today, Joshua is preparing for a huge showdown with a YouTube star who conquered the boxing world. What do you think? Can AJ stop the arrogant influencer who thinks he belongs in the ring with legends? Share your thoughts in the comments. Thanks for watching.